Thank you very much, my able chairman, Rotarian Yetunde Tugo, for the beautiful introduction. Yes, I see Valerie O. I don't know if it's a friend of Rotarian. We are highly recognized too. Thank you very much for introducing everybody and the effort made. I want to appreciate everybody for joining the close meeting today and for being part of us every time. We appreciate you. Rotary Okoyemi Fariloye, please, the four witnesses.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. The President, the Board of Directors, the fellow Rotarians, intended Rotarians, Rotary if there is any, and friends of PRS. I'm called to take a forward test. So the forward test of the things we think, say, or do. 1, is it the truth? 2, is it fair to all concerned? 3, will it build good and better friendship? 4, will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you, my President. You the mic.
Yes, the four witnesses of the things we think, say, or do. Thank you very much, my Rotarian, for bringing it to front the guiding principle of every Rotarians and the Rotary family members. At this point, I want the adoption of the minutes of fellowship of 20 July 20, excuse me. The adoption of the minutes of the meeting, of the last meeting, please. For those that are on grant at the meeting, I want to use this opportunity to apologize for not being able to present at the meeting the last time. I was a bit down the weather, and I sent my notification to the secretary and the vice president. So here we are today. So the adoption of the last minutes, the minute of the last fellowship. Motion for the minute of adoption of the minute of the last fellowship, please.
The Rotarian President, fellow Rotarians, friends of Polaris Fellow, I, Rotarian Yetunde Karim Tungo, move the motion of adoption of the minutes of the last meeting without omission or subtraction to be part of official documents of our club. Thank you, my President.
Thank you, Rotary Ajagun. You are recognized, sir.
The President, Board of Directors, fully volunteers to serve their service to humanity. I, Rotary Ajagun, do second the motion as earlier moved by Rotarian Dr. Yetunde Karim Tungo for the adoption of the minutes of the last fellowship. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Yetunde. Thank you very much, Ajagun. And the minute has now become the official document of the club. Thank you. Today we are here again in the month of the membership retention, and the month of August is the month we dedicated for us to self-develop ourselves as Rotarians, the knowledge of Rotary, and in understanding the objects, the code of conduct, and what binds you as a Rotarian. Not only that, he said that Rotary is this organization that involves the coming together of professionals in different fields of endeavors in life, and which come together to even for their own self-development and collective gain also. So we are expected as Rotarians to be able to tap into our potentials and build on it jointly to ensure progress in each and every member of each club, of every Rotary club. And I believe the Rotary Club of One Nigeria also is going to tap on this. We know we are already doing that, and there are still more to do. Let me call on the club service, the membership and retention director of my IPP, and it's a 2-in-1 official. I've told him we get many load to carry for it. Rotary Agbenga Ofi, I give the mic, sir. Rotary Agbenga.
Yeah, hello, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Hello,
Yes,
Rotarians. Yes,
Happy
sorry.
David.
Sorry, can you see my face?
You want us to see if your
Yes,
face
sir.
shines.
Can see your
Your
fine
face
face.
shines.
Can see your handsome
Your
face.
face shines.
Thank you so much.
See
Um,
handsomeness.
thank you so much. Well, thank you so much, fellow Rotarians, guests, and friends. It's an honor to be here today, and I want to appreciate the president, the district officers in our midst, our visiting Rotarians, visiting presidents, visiting friends, our grandpa in the house, Dr. Blair McDonald, thank you so much for coming. Friends and guests of Rotary. So one thing today is we are going to invite the area president to give us a talk, just a 10 minutes talk. Please let us listen carefully to what she has to say, and then we can be able to talk about that. So, and what we'll be listening to, sorry, 1 minute, please. So one thing we'll be listening to is because we as Rotarians, we are meant to keep our club, transform our club culture, and to make sure that we groom ourselves and make sure we are all inclusive. We are a part of the club. And one thing is, we as members should always encourage ourselves, look after ourselves. So today, we'll be listening to the RI president directly to listen to us. So please let us carefully look at this little presentation I'm going to shoot out. Just 10 minutes thereafter, then we're going to brainstorm and see how we come into this and how we're improving this. Another thing before going to that section is to introduce the Rotary learning centers to our Rotarians. One thing, we have a lot of materials at the learning center. Let me just quickly show something before I go to the RI's message to us. Please, can you give me the access to share my screen, please?
Okay, we'll try for that.
Can I go ahead?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, Richard Falari, please give me the access. You can make me a co-host. So I can. Okay, thank you. All right, great. All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So one thing is, when we log into our Rotary International portal, we have seen something like this is my portal on Rotary International. Okay. And I want every Rotarian to at least once in a while to go to this learning center. this latest center. We have the Rotary Club Central, we have the Grand Center, we have the membership foundation reports for all clubs, and so you can be as individual. We have the brand center where we have our logos and things like that. We also have the learning center. That's where we develop our skills, learn so many things about Rotary and for the father, and so many other things about other clubs. So when you click on this, it will take you to a central place where you have all the clubs, all these courses listed. Sorry, hold on. It's taking me out of time, so let me. It's loading up now. Let me just bring this one in. Let me just bring this one. It's loading up. Okay. So when you click that, it brings you down to this place. This is where we have the learning center. Then under this place, you can click on so many things you want to learn as Rotarians. You can click on about Rotary, you can about club leadership, district leadership. You can talk about general course. You talk about membership courses. We have the professional development. We have public image courses. We have service courses. We have foundation courses as well as learning facilitator courses. So, like President has said, I'm occupying not even two, but multiple places. But for now, the membership and the club learning, I'm just the club learning facilitator for the club. So one thing is, please, Rotarians, especially for those of us who aspire to want to know more about the Rotary, and at the same time for our friends who have just been members of the new club, this is a very good place for you to learn about the Rotary. And you can enroll in so many courses, and it's going to help you. Like I do that all the time. I enroll into courses, I learn, broaden my knowledge, and try to learn more. And today we're going to learn something under membership, which the Rotary International president, she'll be having discussions with us and then to show us, telling us what she wants and how she wants us to develop our clubs. 1 minute, please. Okay. So can you see my screen once again?
Yes.
If you can't see my screen, say hi. So everybody can see my screen.
So your screen is black
Bye.
now. My IPP.
Yeah, I know it's blank now. I know it's blank. So now we're gonna
I
watch
have it.
it. So you can see, right? Okay. So very soon we are going to listen to So can you see the RI president?
Yes.
Yeah, we can see now.
Okay. Let me know if you can listen to you can hear the audio, please.
Like any business, Rotary delivers a.
So
We can hear the audio. We can hear
great.
it.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yes.
So now we're going to listen to the magical, irresistible RI president, Jennifer. You're going to listen to her and listen to the message she has for you, just for 10 minutes. Please be patient, and I want you to please grab your pen and pencil so that whatever you learn, you can just put it down, because you're going to. I'm going to have some questions. Let me put it that way. So I can call on anybody. All right.
Like any business, Rotary delivers a product. In our case, it's the club experience. The product is irresistible. People will stay and bring in more members. Members may even join on their own. If the club experience doesn't deliver what a member expects, people will leave their club and Rotary loses. Individuals don't leave Rotary. They leave clubs in which they don't feel comfortable. Last year, in rough numbers, we brought in approximately 167,000 members. And during that same time period, we lost 164,000. We grew worldwide by approximately 3,500 members which is the first time our membership has grown in 6 years. The most concerning part about our loss is attrition. Rotary loses 10% of its new members within the first year of joining. And we lose 52% of our members within the first 3 years of joining. Last year, 19,000 Rotarians who joined left in the same year they joined. Why? Because we didn't deliver the club experience we promised. We know the club experience is driven by culture. Let's change our club's cultures by listening to our members and delivering the product they want. It's not hard to do, and there are people to help you do it. Now, when I say popular culture, what do you think of? What do you think of when I say corporate culture? And how about when I say Rotary club culture? A club's culture is a powerful force. It's the unwritten rule book that determines the way we do things around here. It's the behaviors and attitudes of your members that reflect your club's values and beliefs. If things are going smoothly in your club, there's growth and diversity, foundation giving is healthy, there's activity in all areas of service, grant applications are being submitted and approved, and on and on. Well, your club's culture is a source of strength. However, if there's been a decline in one or more of those areas, the culture may need shifting to realize something different, a change. Change is often met with resistance, though, because it's based in the fear of the unknown. Even though changes may result in better outcomes, they can still be a challenge to implement. Culture is created intentionally and has to be actively maintained by all club members. The benefit is that your club's culture can give your club a sense of purpose, and it affects all those areas I mentioned earlier. The better your culture, the greater the potential for your club to positively impact the community, the world, and your members. If it's hard to change a club's culture, why would we want Rotary clubs to do it? Because the club's culture is the #1 reason people leave Rotary. Tom, what do we do about this?
All right, so before listening to Tom, you heard what Stephanie has just said. One thing is we have to understand something, that in our clubs, according to the members, the numbers which he pointed out, last year we inducted new Rotarians, 167,000 Rotarians came into the family globally. And that same year, we have 164,000 people left that same year. And I mean, cumulatively. And if you look at out of the numbers of people that they joined in a particular time, 19,000 that came in, they left that same club, that same year they joined. The reason is because we need to define our purpose in the club. The reason is because to know that, okay, if I'm joining a club, what kind of club am I joining? What are the things that's expected of me? And I've always said it to our friends that Rotary is business. We have to understand something. That's the notion that every people don't understand. We used to think that Rotary is a service club. The service aspect of Rotary is a second level. It's not the primary, it's the secondary. Rotary is a business club in the sense that as professionals, we want to come as professionals to network, to build our network as professionals, to develop ourselves. And at the same time, while doing that, we want to now go to the next level, which is the service aspect of it, like serving our community, giving back to the community what we have attained, what we have gained, the what we have amassed or sharing to those that will not even pay us back. I mean, those that actually need that help in our society. So one thing is, if we look at our membership, sometimes people come in, they jump out. I say sometimes, like sort of we have Reno. We have Reno Rotarians. When we say Reno Rotarians, it means Rotarians in name only. We don't want to be Rotarians in name only, but in deed and in truth. And when we say the deed and the truth means our actions, the way we present ourselves to the community, the way we portray ourselves. When we look at like Rotary, we want Rotary to change. Yes, the change starts from every individual. All of us that we are members of the club. What is our club culture? How do we present our club? How do we see our club? What are the things we are bringing on the table? What are the positive things we are selling out there about our club? What are the quality of members you are bringing in? Are the quality of the members you are bringing, are they focused on cause? You know, like maybe trafficking, maybe peace, maybe peace advocates or human trafficking advocate, anti-human trafficking advocate, or maybe is tourism, maybe it's tea. We have a lot of people that we have special interests, and we also have the ones that they're not based on the special interests, but they're based on the community likes, like maybe Rotary Club of Abuja, Rotary Club of One Nigeria, Rotary Club of Apo, of Ado-Ekiti, and so on, of Texas, of Jackson, of DC, and whatever, all around. Maybe you're focused on your community. That is one thing. Another thing, maybe you're focused on cause. So it's one thing is we really need to understand why we are members of a club, and at the same time, whatever we think that is wrong in our club, how do we correct it? How do we build our culture? How do we transform our culture to make sure that we are accommodating those who are coming to us, who are coming to our club, to bring them into the fold, to make sure that feeling the main effect of Rotary. So let's listen to our very good RI director.
Great point, Stephanie. So what we need to know is how to determine what our members want out of their club experience. The best way to do this is simply by asking our members what they want. Get to know new members when they're first joining your club. What are their interests? What skills and expertise would they like to put to use in the club? Then each year, check in with all of your members to understand how satisfied they are with their experience in the club. Would they like to do anything differently? Would they like to contribute in different ways? You can use the Member Interest Survey and Member Satisfaction Survey, two of Rotary's membership assessment tools, to learn more about what your members want. The surveys can be cut and pasted into free software like SurveyMonkey, Zoho Survey, or Google Sheets, and then customized to best fit the needs of your club. Most importantly, clubs must act on the survey results. When club leaders solicit feedback and are truly open to making those changes, then they will show their members that they are valued. And when members do leave, clubs should offer them the opportunity to take an exit survey to give them one last chance to give their feedback. Whenever we conduct polls inside facilitations, asking the members if they are satisfied with their clubs, there are typically 5% of respondents that state they are dissatisfied or very dissatisfied. We thank them for letting us know, but when we ask them what they are most dissatisfied about, it's usually a simple fix. Most give the reason that they don't like the time that their club meets. Well, if you have a club of 40 members and 8 of them don't want to meet in the morning, but want to meet in the afternoon, you could simply form a satellite club that meets at lunch. In addition to feedback from our members, club leaders can also assess how their club is doing by taking the club health check. Club leaders can use this resource to learn ways to enhance their members' experience, your socials, your service projects, your public image, and the club's business and operations. Now is the time for you to check in with your members to make sure they're having the best possible experience. Stephanie, what happens after we assess our clubs?
We respond in much the same way as we react to other fight or flight situations in life. We notice a problem and then may move to a sense of mild alarm, mild panic, or even mild fear. What if we keep on this path? What's going to happen to my club? What will I do if my club goes away? And we're faced with a choice, fight or flight. Which is a better choice, to fight to institute a change in the club or to flee to escape the current club as it is, will depend. But in either case, something else happens first. That first moment when we actually become aware that our club is not at its best is called the freeze. If in that time, whether seconds or hours or even years, We notice the problem and we see that it's not going away. We come to terms with the fact that we need to do something to solve the issue. Freeze means you notice the problem and decide how you're going to deal with it. Will you fight or will you flee? The action you take is a product of deliberate thinking. A critical question to ask is, are there enough influencers or spark plugs in this club to move the needle? When you have up.
Sorry, one thing is, I quickly want to jump on before we start listening, continue listening to Stephanie, is for the fact that every one of us have a role to play in the club. And I was having a chat with one of our Rotarians over the week. And she has a lot of things to accomplish this season. And at the same time, she wants to be involved in the committee and to see how things are going. So I don't want to force things on her. I said, okay, I'm going to give you a time to take your time, face your lectures and get your things done, make accomplishment and stuff like that. So when you are done, then we can now bring you in to the committee so you can perform. I said, no, but IPP, no. I want to be part of it. I just want to be at the behind. We don't want that. As Rotarians, we want to be an influencer. We want to be a spark plug. We want to be somebody who is at the table, somebody who is there to help us make decisions, somebody we can brainstorm with, somebody that, that we can say, hey, this thing is happening, and we talk about it. Because like I said initially, Rotary is business. Rotary is meant for professionals. Rotary is meant for leaders. And as a Rotarian, one thing, you make decisions. You don't run away from decisions. You don't fly, but you fight, to ensure that things are successful. And I really appreciate some of our Rotaractors while we were in school. Today they are great leaders. They are professionals and great leaders, because when they, when they say things the way we are being built, then built to stand, to face pressure, built to stand to people, to face the audience, to address issues and stuff like that. Today they are very great guys, and we'll see a lot of them, a lot of successful people who have passed through those ladders. So one thing is, being the Rotary Club, whatever you can do your personal business, whatever you can be professional, is a replica of what you are doing in the Rotary Club. You don't have to quit. If we have issues, let us calm down, let us straighten it out. When things are going on, we sit down, we discuss about straighten it out. That's how business progress. So in that, we apply that back to our business, and it helps us to grow. So that comes around leadership development. That is something that we have to bring it within ourselves as Rotarians. I was talking to some of my friends, I think a couple of weeks back, and I think last week we're talking. As a Rotarian, I don't expect a Rotarian to have just only one source of income. That's a topic for another day. But one thing, as a Rotarians, must be thinking wild, they must be thinking thinking for streams of income, not just only one place, but 2, 3, 4, 5 places. There must come income coming in, because one thing, you want to bless somebody, you want to give to somebody who is a needy. You want to give somebody clothing, you want to do this and that. As a Rotarian, if you think of just one line of income, which is not even enough for your family, you'll be grounded. We don't want Rotarians like that. Rotarians will be able to think outside of the box. That's why we have a committee. That's why we have friends. That's why we have a network. Let us brainstorm. How can I get these things right? How can I put it right? I want to do more in society, and I need more of these things to be backed up. So one thing is, a sort of income is coming. Like the sort of income is coming. I know the money coming from me is meant for my mortgage. It's paying my mortgage. I don't care about that one. As more money is coming there, the money coming in, I know this money coming in, it's for charity. I need to pay the church, I need to give to people in the street, I need to cook food. Maybe last Saturdays, cook food to the homeless, and the money coming in here goes to this pocket, and that is what we used to do to accomplish that goal. And when money comes in, I said, okay, this month I promise to give you a 50,000, but one thing, I can't send it to you this week because I have a budget for this week. I'm spending 100,000 this week, and I have people already allocated to give this money coming to you. But when I'm living on a single source, it falls back on, it pressurizes my sort of income, my life with my family and things like that. And I'll not be able to do more. So one thing as Rotarians, let us check ourselves. One thing is very, very important. So again, let us continue listening to Stephanie. I just want to interject that before we move ahead. Please, if you have any question, just write it down or put it at the chat so that we can talk about it after this.
In this club to move the needle, when you have others in the club who are as committed to culture shift as you are, you have a good chance of having your ideas take hold. Trying to transform culture, if you're the only member interested in doing that, is a recipe for failure. Now, Tom, you're going to tell us now more about how to know when it's time to move on.
Well, thank you, Stephanie. Even if an existing club is resistant to change, there is still hope. You could form a new additional club. Sometimes it's easier to give birth than to raise the dead. Of course, I haven't done either of these. What I have done is I've helped others form clubs. Why new clubs? They work. New clubs grow Rotary quicker. When we started the Rotary Club of Network for Empowering Women, we added 50 members to our district at one time. It would take a long time to add 50 individual members to one of our current clubs. New clubs retain members longer, especially if it's a cause-based club where all the members engage around a central cause that they are passionate about. When we started the first club in the world to serve veterans, some of those members drive 2 hours or more to attend their club service projects and get-togethers. New Rotary clubs also attract younger and more diverse members. My generation was told to go out and serve the community. I joined my local traditional Rotary club, and that's what we do. My club does a lot of different types of service projects. We pick up trash along the highway. We rake leaves in people's yards who can't rake their own leaves. We make sandwiches for the hungry. These are fun for me because I can do them with my friends, and I take pride in doing a job well. That said, millennials tend to want to have great impact in one area.
Thank you once again. You listen to what John said. So one thing as Rotarian, one thing is most of the time, let us be sincere. Most of the time we look at Rotary is very expensive in Nigeria. Yes. The thing is everything we put in money this, money that, this one, and they have buy different costumes, buy this, that, things like that, make it fun fair and stuff like that. Yes, that is fun. But one thing is that when we're doing our service area, a lot of things can be done. It's not only doing, we want to do a project of 10,000 and we ended up spending like 100,000 on things that are not even part of the project, on additional things, right? We need to cut it. We need to understand it because some people are like, you guys are just wasting money. We need to spend more on people for this. And the entire project is done 5,000 and the roadside things and stuff like that. We've always spent almost a 80,000 things like that. Sometimes put some people off. But one thing is voluntary things. Rotarians should also are doing things for voluntary. Look at what Jonah said. He said, okay, because of what his club is doing, help people provide sandwich for this and this and that. He said it's fun for him because he can always do that with his friend and he doesn't take anything. And when they do that small thing, they tag it as a project. That's a laudable project for feeding the homeless, for helping people to clean their gutter, to clean the streets, pick trash and stuff like that. These are things. So one thing is the kind of membership we have to look at our common interest that will at last, our individual interests, right? When we have a community that we can build together and we make sure we bring together so that can grow, it helps to retain our membership. And at the same time, we talk about forming of new club. Look at it, we had a new club just of recent, and someone was telling that, is it every time that you guys have to induct people? Yeah, that's a very good question. When we formed the new club, we have 12 people inducted in the new club, which is fantastic. That is, we are growing. I was discussing this with the League of Presidents, the past president and the current and the future president that we have the council. I was discussing this with them and some of the district officers when we're talking about the new club. I said one thing that we are trying to expand. And today the club is not only limited to Osun State, but we are extending to the Ekiti State. We want to have people in Ondo State. We want to have people in Kwara State, in Kogi State, who are also cannot come to physical club, but at the same time, they want to fellowship not because we want to hijack from, but looking at people that are of same interest in that environment, they can be able to fellowship. That is how the numbers grows. Because if I say in our club now, maybe we induct only 1 or 2 at the end of the year, but you know, 12 people at once, and I know before the end of probably this month or next month, that same club is meant to can even induct even 5 to 6 or even 10 people more new members to their club and grow their numbers. So it is possible. So what we are saying is, so my dear friends, let us keep ahead to say that we're putting ourselves together and not follow our clubs, and to ensure put our best bet to say that we are growing our numbers, not only our local club, but we can also join to create other new clubs and then to expand our membership.
Such as the environment. And they expect to do so in a diverse and inclusive club. New and innovative clubs can more easily meet these prospective people of action where they are and deliver a club experience that appeals to them. Also, new clubs reach out into the community. A couple of weeks after we formed the Rotary Club to End Human Trafficking, we were inducting a new member from Turkey. About 20 minutes after the ceremony, I received an email from the then Rotary International president, Mark Maloney. He let me know that the person we just inducted was his sister. He also said that he had been trying to get her into Rotary for more than 40 years. We just didn't have the right club for her until then. Also, new clubs increase partnership opportunities. We worked with the Environmental Sustainability Rotary Action Group to form a Rotaract Club for the environment. And we formed another club that was a Rotaract Club to serve those with autism. You see, the opportunity to form new and creative clubs applies both to Rotary and Rotaract clubs. So if you want to increase your district's membership while adding diversity, then change your existing club's culture, be one that is welcoming and inclusive, and also create new and innovative clubs and nurture them so that they survive.
Rotarians and Rotaractors, we need your help. Please help us get the message out to all clubs to make sure that they become or remain simply irresistible.
Thank you, fellow Rotarians, guests, and friends. That is my presentation, and one thing I believe we've learned a lot from this, and let us take it back to our closet. Let us see what we Rotary and how we can improve Rotary membership and how we can make quality membership. Once again, I'm Oluwagbenga Ofi, also known as Benlaw. I yield the mic. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my IPP, and also the club membership and facilitator. That's a very, 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 very beautiful presentation there. It's interactive. It makes you to think deep. It's insightful. It's insightful. Thank you very much, sir. Yes, do we have any question? Do we have any question? Or
yes,
any clarification?
I have a question.
Yes.
Fellow Rotarian, this is Rotarian Opemipo. I want to appreciate the IPP for the presentation, but when he said Rotary is business first, so when he said Rotary is business first and then service, the secondary is service, I just want to point our attention to whenever we are talking about business, people are always, the goal of every business is what's in it for me. You don't go into a business unless you are talking about making profits. If I'm putting in my money, I'm getting something out of it. That's what business, that's the basics of every business. But I know Rotary has elements of business, which is the structure, the organization, the attitude, the arrangement. But if the founding, the reason why Paul Harris started Rotary with his friends is because of service. They didn't even understand what business was in those days. They just wanted to help their community. They saw that they have similar goals. They are professionals. They'd be like, let's come together. We want to give back to this community. We want to build a strong network of, humanitarian services to people. I thought, this is my understanding. I'm very new, so I was just for my level of ignorance at this level. But I understand that Rotary was supposed to be service first, then secondary is business, networking, and the goal. I don't know, but I understand what the IPP was referring to, because it wants us to have the attitude of business. When you come into Rotary, you have to be committed to the cause. You have to follow through on promises. You have to be part of it in the attitude of business. But we have to also be careful when we say Rotary is business first. What's in it for me? The first thing I see, if you introduce a business plan to me, the first thing I ask you is, what am I getting from it? If I'm putting my money in every year and it's not generating in profit, I'm not getting any interest. And you're telling me it's business. I'm asking you, is this business of human services, giving back to communities? And I get it. But if you're saying just business first, show me the money. That's my observation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rotary Okpemikpo.
President, please quickly respond to that. Rotary Okpemikpo, I want you to go and read a book. It's called My Journey to Rotary Bus by Polaris. He wrote My Journey to Rotary. If I have the soft copy, I will send to you. The reason why Rotary was founded because of networking of business professionals. That was why Rotary was founded, not service. They had the first service project, that was 1912. Rotary was founded in 1905. Is it 1912? Or 19? It was very late when they started the first project in the community. And the first project was erecting a public toilet in Chicago. That was the first community service they ever had. Rotary, from time to time, was the network of business professionals meeting together. Young bloggers, they came around, there were 5. They came to run the Polaris office in Chicago. They said, okay, let us become, when we come, let us, in Amba, we have young business guys around. Let us meet. What do? You are doing this. Okay, let me patronize you. You are building as you're a carpenter. Okay, I have furnitures. Can you do this one? Oh, you are an engineer. Can you do this one? That's why Rotary was founded in 1905. But while they were doing this, the number kept growing. And before you know, these people are now growing in business. That's why some people mistake Rotary to be an occultic society. It is never. Some people did that mistake. But one thing, because they were helping each other, growing their business, patronizing each other, that was the first instance where Polaris, that was the vision they had initially. So if you read the work, My Journey to Rotary by Polaris, you will learn more about how Rotary began and up to this date. But at the end of the day, when they grew up, when they had money for their business, they're making money. And that's what they let us serve the community. And the first service project to the community was building a public toilet for the community. That was when service was introduced to Rotary. So I want to read very well about how Rotary started and how they got into this thing so that you have knowledge. We don't know this before too, because when we started listening to our past leaders, when we had lectures, we had the district governors, the Rotary International figures, then we start to learn more about these things. So when I say Rotary is about business, it doesn't mean, I'm not actually saying that you should invest into Rotary or probably do business with Rotary. No, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's a network of business professionals that will deal with ourselves as professionals, right? We interact with them, we deal with ourselves and as individuals, not Rotary itself as a business entity. Rotary is not a business entity. It's a non-profit organization. That's Rotary. So that's what I want to clarify. So if I get the soft copy of that book, I will give it to you so that you can read more about how Rotary founded and how we got to this stage, how we got to service.
Thank you so much, my IPP. You did the explanation, and it's very enlightening, good information. But when you handed it, you clarified it. So because when you say business first, if you're introducing a business idea to me, I want to, but now you say it's a network of business professionals who are dealing with each other. Not.
I hope you are not thinking of building an hospital and want Rotary Club of One Nigeria to partner with you.
Well, yes. Well, that's business. Anyway, thank you so much, man. Thank you, my
That's
president.
business.
Well done, sir.
Thank you very much.
All
Thank
right.
you very much, Mr. Solomon. That's a very beautiful observation, and that's a very beautiful enlightenment also from the IPP. That's the beauty of this month, because as a member, as we look into ourselves, as we develop ourselves also, we get to also learn more about Rotary and get more shaped and defined about our knowledge of Rotary. Thank you. The next thing on the agenda is correspondent from the Secretariat, Rotary Folari. Correspondence,
All right, thank you, my
Rotary
president.
Folari.
Yeah, I can hear you, my president.
All right.
We got a message from Rotarian Olaide Adeshina. She said he won't be available today because he will be at work, and that's the only official correspondent as at now. So thank you very much, my president. I yield the mic.
Thank you very much, my able secretary, sir. Rotary Okwemiko, let's have the object of Rotary from you, sir. Rotary Okwemiko.
Okay, I'm here. Hold on one second.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The object of Rotary.
Okay. Okay. All right, fellow Rotarians, the president, IPP, Magical Board members, presidents, friends and friends of Paul Harris and the Paul Harris. My name is Rotarian Okwemiko. I will take the object of Rotary today. The object of Rotary is to encourage and foster the ideal of service as a basis of worthy enterprise, and in particular, to encourage and foster the development of acquaintances as an opportunity for service. Number two, high ethical standard in business and profession, the recognition of worthiness of all useful occupation, and the dignifying of each Rotarian's occupation as an opportunity to serve the society. Number three, the application of ideal of service in each Rotarian's personal, business, and community life. And number four, the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, peace through a world of fellowship of business and professional persons, united in the ideal of service. Fellow Rotarians, I yield my mic. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rotarian Okwemiko, for the object of Rotary beautifully delivered. Yes, we are at AOB. Any information, any discussion outside what we've been saying so far? Rotarian Okweyemi Fariloye, what do you have for us? Rotarian Okwemiko, is there anything in the pipeline we need to know? Rotarian Ayetunde, Rotarian Jaguman?
Yes, ma'am. My president, last week you were not hired, and then Rotarian, Optimistic was not hired also. So we need some people. I think Rotarian Toyasi was the one that was able to just a little bit about how the event went on the 26th of July. So we're saying that, oh, probably when you come back or my secretary come back, they will give us the full information about how everything went during the project we executed at Oshobo.
Okay. I guess
Yes.
will be part of the agenda for next week. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, any other information? My CP, do you have anything for us?
Yes, sir. I have something. Yes, ma'am. The Rotarian president, the board of directors, fellow Rotarians, special recognition to Rotarian Blair, and the newest Rotarians we have in our midst. Thank you for joining our fellowship tonight, guests and friends, if any, and also our Rotary directors. And firstly, on behalf of Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Blair. Yeah, firstly, I want to, on behalf of Rotary E-Club of Nigeria New Dawn Provisional, appreciate everybody's support towards the success of the induction, the massive induction ceremony that we had yesterday. I must really say that in my time in Rotary, since I returned back to Rotary, we've not had that number of inductees at once before. So thank you so much for everyone that made that happen. Special appreciation to our president. She was in a very tight schedule yesterday, but she still made it possible to come and conduct the induction for us. We really appreciate you are not taking your time for granted.
Thank you, sir. We have to do it.
Well, some of our Rotarians, you've not come expecting at our names. You know yourselves. Then secondly, on behalf of the district committee for support for environment, we are inviting everyone that can make it in Ibadan this week, Wednesday, to the tree planting and launching of tree planting projects in Ibadan. It's going to be done by our district governor, Rotarian Kayode Oluwo. So the flyer is going to be made available before the end of tomorrow. The location is Bashlon Ogumola Grammar School, Bokola, Ibadan. So this is a district agenda by opportunity and privilege. That is my office in the district. We are going to do that across all the states to start the launching of the tree planting by the district governor. Then the state Rotary clubs can continue from there. So thank you. You are highly invited. Thank you. I yield the mic.
Thank you very much, sir, my CP. That's this. If you are in Ibadan on Wednesday, please let's prepare to be there. Also, Rotary Abiba has left. Okay. Rotary Blair, well done, sir. My Rotary actors.
I'm right here.
Yes, sir. Big guys, sir. Rotary actors. Anything from your end? Rotary Godwin and others. All right.
Right. Good evening, my president. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
The IPP, the president, my Rotarians, other board of directors.
From the president, IPP, other board of directors.
Okay, ma. Thank you, ma. The president, the IPP, other board of directors, my distinguished Rotarians, friend and guests. My name is Rotary Godwin Sylvester Ovufere from Rotary Club of Nigeria. I am the club secretary. On behalf of Rotary Club of Nigeria, I want to say a big thank you to you, our sponsoring club, everyone on this call. We really appreciate your support, your kindness so far. We appreciate you. We appreciate everything you have been doing for us. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, our Rotary Club secretary. The installation is coming up in September. They need our support, and I will appreciate all Rotarians joining up. Rotary, you said that you work with some clubs at your end and give feedback to the club on anything. Do you have any feedback regarding that?
So, my president, not yet, because I plan to visit their club, and the meeting is on Friday morning. So usually I have not had time to, join them, but definitely I'm going to work on it and get back.
Thank you very much, sir. We really look forward to positive feedback from that end. Thank you. Rotary Kwemiko, anything from your end? Rotary Kwemiko, anything from your end? Rotary Blair, sir? Anything for us the evening, sir?
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. I want us to skip the performance because of the time. Rotary Adefemi, is this still here? Okay, let me call on Rotary Ajagun, ma'am. Okay, Rotary Shinwagbola, please undo the toast for us. And let it be a comprehensive one. Rotary Shinwagbola, are you there? Rotary Shinwagbola?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes,
What do I
sir,
need to-
please. Toast.
Oh, toast. Okay, thank you.
Oh, see, you said toast. I like.
I'm not toasting. Toast for the fellowship. What do I make about the word toast? It's all right. It's all right. The Rotarian president, visiting Rotarians in our midst, fellow Rotarians, guests and friends. Yes, I've been called upon to propose toast for tonight's fellowship. Firstly, I'll be proposing toast to our visiting Rotarians. These are Rotarians from Rotary E-Club of Nigeria, New Dawn, Provisional, the churches and the most newest Rotarians in the districts at the moment. So if you are a member of Rotary E-Club of Nigeria, New Dawn, anywhere you are, please, you can sit comfortably while everybody remains standing. Here and cross your leg as instructed by my president. While everybody, we are going to say, long live Rotary E-Club of Nigeria, New Dawn. Please unmute your mic.
Long live Rotary Club of Nigeria, New Dawn, Provisional.
Okay. Then to our Rotary actors, most of us, we started our service journey. We started our service journey from that category, and we are proud today that we are not doing well. We are not doing bad in the Rotary circle. We are the future of Rotary. So to member of Rotary E-Club of Nigeria, Rotary E-Club of Rotary E-Club of One Nigeria. Which other club is here now? Let's just say long live to all our Rotary actors.
Long live Rotary E-Club of One Nigeria. And
now, I will proposing those to the club that is making trend in the entire district 9125 and even beyond. To a club that is making impacts globally. To the club that have a privilege to have a well-seasoned lecture as their fellowship tonight. That's the Rotary E-Club of One Nigeria, which every one of us, we are a proud member of. I just want you to raise your glass wherever you are and move it to the left and to the right. I say, long live Rotary E-Club of One Nigeria.
Long live Rotary
Club of One Nigeria.
Yes, and to the country where, to District 9125, 9126, that's the district that had our first district governor investiture about 2 weeks ago. Currently, the district governor is going around to visit all the clubs we have in the district. The major challenge we have ahead of us is how to increase our membership. This is the task that has been given to all the Rotarians. Happily, we have contributed our own part by getting 12 members inducted to our baby club yesterday. Let us say below the belt. Join me to say that below the belt.
Below the belt?
Above the belt.
Above the belt. Above the belt.
Work stronger district 9126.
Work stronger
district 9126.
Yeah, and to Federal Republic of Nigeria. There's no place like home. We are proud to be in Nigeria, and we always pray that things will get better. Despite everything, we just hope and pray that things will keep on getting.
Naija Shimada.
So join me with faith in your heart that Nigeria Shimada, that is Nigeria will still be good.
Naija ṣì máa
máa dùn
dáa.
Yorùbá. Naija ṣì máa dùn Yorùbá.
Yes, madam.
This last part, I like saying it with pride because I'm a member of Rotary International. Being a member of Rotary International is like you're a global citizen. There's no way you find yourself in the world that you not find your brother or your sisters that is a Rotarian. This is the only club that has observed status with the United Nations. The club that is committed to eradication of polio and other deadly disease. It's a privilege we have a female Rotary International president that has given us the responsibility that we should go and do magic. The magic has started and the magic continues with us. So with your thumbs up, join me to say Rotary International.
Rotary International.
Thank you so much, the President. That was the toast. I yield the mic.
Thank you very much. Yes, very comprehensive. And what's the blushing? At exactly 9:46 p.m. Nigeria time, Eritrea Ghanaian Tijani hereby adjourn this meeting till next week Sunday, same time, same place, and that is 19th August 2024. It's 8:30 p.m. Nigeria time, and thereby bring this meeting officially to an end today. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. I love you all. Wish you the best. Can you imagine? Yes, sir.